Hello, I'm back from my outing. Rocky's licking his paws. I went downtown. I met my friend Taylor for the very first time. We've been friends for a while, like over the internet. She lives in Texas, but she's in Chicago having a little vacation for herself. Love that. And so I finally met her. Very exciting. She does like book related content on Instagram and TikTok, and she's supposed to be getting back into it. So definitely give her a follow if you're interested. We met up at the Art Institute of Chicago because I've been meaning to go down for a long time. But my specific brand of anxiety disorder includes like, there is a term I think for it where you go somewhere and you feel stuck there and that like freaks you out. That's how I feel in Chicago, like going far away from my apartment. I just feel like it's really hard to get back home, or that it'll take forever. But like in New York, I used to go out like 50 minutes, an hour away from my home by train, no problem. But here it just is like different, and it stresses me out. So that's why I don't go downtown very often. And I know some people have commented being like, get out more, girl. But I'm a homebody through and through. I don't know, there's just something that like in New York I can push myself to get out and go do something, but here, but also part of that, and I think a big reason for it is that I get anxious about Rocky. But then my mom is here living in Chicago, and so she came and hung out with him while I was gone. So realistically that should appease me, but that's not how anxiety works. But yeah, anyways, went to the museum, saw some beautiful, gorgeous paintings. Taylor really loves Monet and was having her moment. There's one art piece specifically that I wanted to see, and we didn't see it because we just didn't have time. Before we knew it, it was 5 o'clock and it was time to leave. So I'll have to go back at some point before it goes. I don't know how long it's going to be there, so I should look that up before it's too late. Paradise Lost by... I don't know who the artist is, but it is a beautiful artwork. It is so long. It's about... I can't even get into all of it right now, but I need to go back to see that. We just kind of saw it from afar. We didn't go through and like look up close because there were a lot of people. So we're like, oh, we'll just circle back later. Like I said, we never made it back. But we did see some very good pieces. We went to the Gustav Caillebotte. I already forgot how you pronounce his last name. French. I've never had to say his name out loud before, so... oops. We went to that exhibit and it was beautiful, wonderful. Love that artist. We also went to the cafe for lunch. Thank you so much, Taylor, for the treat. It was so delicious. Like I had a pressed sandwich, like a panini, and it was so good. And Taylor said that her BLT was the best she's ever had. So I really thought it would be like shitty museum food like at the Met, but A+. Go eat there if you're in Chicago. Anyways, so I'm back home. I'm just gonna have a quiet Sunday night. I've got a lot of work things to do tomorrow. I think I'm going to do a hobby or play a game, like play The Sims or Splatoon, because I haven't really been doing that in a while, and I've got a lot of things that I need to do tomorrow, so maybe we should do some leisure activities. I'm currently reading Hemlock and Silver by T. Kingfisher. When this came out, I tried to read it, but I was just not in the mood for it. I wasn't even like really in the mood to read, but I tried to start it and it was just not intriguing me enough. Like I needed something different at that time, so I picked it up last night and was going, and I got a little spooked by it, but I've continued it on the way downtown and back, so I'm going to continue reading that for the rest of the evening and maybe finish it up soon. I don't actually know how far in I am. I'm at 55%, so I'm halfway through and should be able to finish. I'm not trying to like speed through it or anything, but I want to know the mystery. It's a mystery basically, and I want to know what it all is leading to, and we've kind of arrived there, but obviously not all the way. But it is sort of like a take on the tale of Snow White. Very interesting, very different. It's not just like the typical Snow White is not our main character. The main character is a poison master. They're calling her a healer, but she knows a lot about poisons. We have Snow, who's a little girl, a 12-year-old, and she's brought in to figure out what is wrong with Snow. There is magic. It's a very interesting world. It's like a desert. It's giving Mexico. It's a desert with agave plants and those kinds of what's the word? Plant types. Very interesting so far and a bit spooky. With this whole... no, I can't say that. No spoilers. And yeah, like I didn't really know what this book was about going into it because I trust T. Kingfisher. I love T. Kingfisher's books. I think I've only not read like two of them maybe. No, I'm sure there's more. But I've read a number of their books and I really enjoy them. They're very solid fantasy books, so So I'm going to continue with this one. And I like that it's not the typical fantasy. It's got its own unique takes on basically everything. And the main character is really enjoyable. It's great so far. So I will let you know, obviously, how it is by the end. But that's it for now. Had a very busy day today, running around errands and stuff. I'm doing bag charms, so I wanted to go look for some more beads, blah 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 blah. And I also haven't driven in a while, and I like a little drive if it's been a while. It really like refreshing. Put on a little fall playlist. I have my 2025 fall playlist called That Kind of Fall, you know? But anyways, we're supposed to be doing a reading update. I finished Hemlock and Silver. It was a solid read, very T. Kingfisher core. It was a solid read, very T. Kingfisher core. She just has this cadence as an author that really threads all of her books together, but they all are so different. Especially this one, the world was very different than previous. It's not the typical European fantasy world, which I enjoyed. And as I said, I like how like the alternative take on the tale of Snow White, not the main character, and there's magic as well involved, besides just having a poison apple, which is that magic or is it just poison? Well, yeah, it's magic because it wakes her up with a kiss. That's not this book like that. But I also like the main character. Very interesting, very relatable, especially with children. I still don't like children. Like, I'm just not very good at interacting with children. Only Reef. And as I thought all along, like, oh, once I have my own child family member, it'll be more natural. And it's facts. Because I can't just goo goo gaga at some baby. Like, that's a stranger at the end of the day. Reef is not a stranger. He's my family. I can goo goo gaga at him. Also, he's very cute. He's in a Baby of the Year competition. Go vote for him. I don't know if this video is going to go up before or after the voting ends for the first section, but there will be more voting, so follow me on Instagram where I'll be posting. Reef must win. He's very cute. So, anyways, what are we talking about? I'm talking about books. What the hell? I'm very good at getting sidetracked, of course. You know me. But as I was saying, enjoyed that book, gave it a 5 stars. So pretty solid T. Kingfisher. Like I say, every T. Kingfisher book that I read is just a solid book. They're not like my favorite books of all time, but they're just so solid and reliable. And I'm very grateful for her for that. Thank you, T. Fisher. I very much appreciate you.